So I made a very interesting discovery recently it was about a month ago it happened, but I didn't find out till recently. So Tranquilo Club actually responded to something that I said. Now I've talked about him a little bit here on the channel. Not him as far as a creator goes or disparaging him or anything like that. I actually enjoy some of his videos. I really do. But obviously the dude, and I'm gonna go over the details of what this is all about. Obviously the dude is an absolute hardcore AEW fan, and the problem that I've noticed about people is that AEW fans. Now, first of all, Dynamite, AEW Dynamite Wednesday night was good. I really liked that show. And I talked about it. I publicly talked about it. Like I publicly said that it was a good show. I was expecting, like, what I told my friends was if the show wasn't good, I wasn't going to watch Dynamite next week. Tonight was their last chance. And I'm recording this in the middle of the night. And they did a good show. So back in April, when Will Ospreay cut that lame promo on Triple H, I turned off Dynamite because I didn't want to see all this fucking focus on WWE on their actual television show. And so I wrote this on Twitter. Now again, AEW fans like to take things out of context, and the rest of the context in the tweet thread was that I didn't like the fact that AEW used their television time to attack Punk, right? As opposed to like using it to put over their product, right? I thought, and I wasn't the only one. A lot of people said that Tony Khan showing that footage was a big mistake. So I didn't know Tranquilo Club had actually replied back. So he brings up this tweet. He said, "What was your reaction when WWE was taking shots all last week?" Oh, that's right. When I wrote, "Damn," because Russell Ops was quoting CM Punk and what he said in the interview with Helwani. Now, when I wrote "damn," I wrote it because I was shocked that CM Punk said that. It wasn't because I was cock gobbling WWE. It wasn't because I was, an AEW hater. I'm not an AEW hater, but I criticize Tony Khan as a businessman and as a booker, and I have the right to do that because I'm an AEW fan. That's why. I've been an AEW day one guy. I don't know if Tranquilo Club has been, but I am. I know he's definitely an AEW fan now. So the old me, the old Danny from like 4 years ago would have straight up like quote tweeted this dude and fucking just lit his ass up. Like, trust me. But I didn't because A, he's a fellow content creator and I don't do that type of shit anymore. And B, it would have just created more tribalism. And unfortunately, a lot of these AEW fans, they kind of like the tribalism. I don't. I like all wrestling. So I respectfully, and if you've been following me for a long time, you should know that this shows a lot of growth from the guy that I used to be. And I just replied back like a few minutes ago and I said, "Hey, I would have responded back if I saw you posted this. I had an issue with it being on the actual television show as opposed to podcast." I said in the reply back then. To me, Punk's comments differ from WWE because he was there, so it gives him a bit more cred than someone who wasn't. Hopefully that makes sense. Because when CM Punk criticized AEW, the difference between him criticizing it and Triple H or anybody else that takes shots at AEW, Michael Cole's done it a couple times, CM Punk was there and worked with the Elite. Not directly, but he worked with Hangman, obviously. Not the Bucks. That didn't happen. Definitely not after Brawl Out. And then, and he worked with Tony Khan. And so he has insight that other people don't. Right? I thought that was obvious. But the issue here is I don't think Tranquilo Club was trying to. He didn't overtly say that I was dissing AEW and putting over WWE. He's trying to point out hypocrisy, but there's no hypocrisy here. See, the reason these wrestling fans are so embarrassing sometimes, and again, I'm not saying that specifically about Tranquilo Club, it's just a pattern I noticed, especially in the replies here, is that they always pick a side. And the side that they pick, this is the tribalism. They can do no wrong. I did a video 2 days ago where I said the WWE draft was garbage. And it was. I don't know if Tranquilo Club probably didn't see the video, probably doesn't even know I do content. I'm probably going to tag him in this video so he can see it. So that way he kind of understands where I'm coming from, right? Because like I said, when it comes to content creators, Tranquilo Club and I actually have more in common than he realizes, because I've agreed with him on several videos he's done, but I've also disagreed with him. And I also don't think that Tony Khan should be listening to any YouTubers when it comes to his product. I think it should be people in the business and people that work in television. That's who I think he should listen to, not fans. Because Tranquilo Club, just like me, is just a fan. So, a reason I'm making this video is because it's an example. He's trying to point out my hypocrisy. And I don't think me saying damn is enough evidence for him to say that. Because sometimes when I go off on rants about AEW, people who don't know who don't see everything I say assume that I hate it. And I made that clear in a video I did a couple weeks ago about my complicated history with AEW, right? People who see me bashing WWE and don't see me praising WWE, and the same with AEW, they make assumptions. That's the problem with Twitter, is that people make false assumptions. Tranquilo Club knows nothing about me. Or maybe he does, but I doubt he does. Because if he did, he would know that I have been critical of AEW. I have been critical of Tony Khan. But I've also been critical of WWE as well. But I think WWE's been better lately. I think since Triple H took over, WWE has been better. And Dynamite was good last night. Or this past episode. Whenever you're listening to this, it could be later. I just tell it like it is. And I always will. If AEW sucks, I will tell you. If WWE sucks, I will tell you. Their success does not change my life. I just want to be entertained. So, anyways, y'all have a good one. Take care. And I'll see you in the next video.